Today I'm going to show you how to go from this ugly mess of a headliner to this brand new headliner, all for about 40 bucks. I'm going to be taking this headliner down. I don't like it anymore. It's falling down. The old headliner board is falling apart, so we're going to build a new one out of this. First things first, pull out all your visors, your trim panels, and whatever else is in the way, and pull the headliner out, or just rip it out. I got this thing out. I don't know if you can tell, but it's just cardboard, and this thing it's got like a big bend in it, and it's been that way ever since I got it. I tried wetting it and putting weights on it the other way, flipped it upside down, put weights on it, try to get it to have the curve it should again, and just won't work. That and the other side, it's like literally peeling apart, so the fabric won't stick to it. It's stuck to the back side pretty well. I'm having a hard time pulling this off. But the other side, it will not stick to, so pretty sure I can make a new one out of this plastic stuff, being that this one's just cardboard. Try not to totally destroy the board when you're removing material. You're going to need it for a template. The better condition it's in, the easier it'll be to trace. I'm just tracing it out. Pretty simple. And then up here where it's missing, kind of got to fill in the gaps. I'm not going to worry about all those holes. Those are just for the screws. I think they'll go right through. But then you got to fill in that gap. Don't forget your light hole. Dome light. Junk! Alright. It's hard to see, but it's all traced out. I'm just going to cut it with a razor blade. Got it cut out. Now just got to try to bend it in the right way. So I just got to compare it to this. You want to crease from that point to that point, and then I don't know how I'm gonna make that other bend, but we'll figure it out. I found it was easy to use a straight edge, hold it on there and fold it. To make the two curved bends, I cut an old piece off of the headliner to use the shape as a template, and I flipped it over and cut the back side so that way it would fold in the direction that I wanted it to. Just score it, don't cut it all the way through. For this part, I'll be using 2 half-empty cans of Loctite spray adhesive that I had laying around, and some Better Homes and Garden plaid I picked up from Walmart. So while this thing's still flat, I'm just going to spray glue that on there, and then once that's dry, I'll fold it back together, tape the back sides of these joints so it holds its shape, and install it. Should be simple. We'll see.
Put that spray glue on the board.
You're pretty much going to want to put the entire can on here. Don't be afraid to use a lot of this stuff. You also want to put it on the fabric.
Make sure you get it all over the driveway like I did. Give the glue about 5 minutes to tack up. You don't want to set it when it's really wet. When you go to set the fabric on the board, do your best to make sure it's where you want it because it doesn't come back off. Do your best to get all the wrinkles pulled out of it and get it set on there as nicely as you can while it's still a little bit wet. Then once you get it to that point, flip it over and spray your edges and roll them over and stick them to the other side.
Alright, so just flipped it over, sprayed these edges here, and we're just gonna pull it tight, fold it over, and stick it. Just like that. Cut it a little short right there, but that's alright, it gets tucked under a piece of trim. We're going to trim all this up first. You only need it to hang over maybe an inch or two. There you go. Fancy. Lines are a little crooked, but I don't think you'll notice it when it's in the truck. I couldn't get these sides to stay up the way I want them to, but I'm pretty sure when I stick it in the truck, the trim will hold it in position that it needs to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to install it. Alright, got it all put in. It actually fit pretty good. I had to fight with a little bit on this side. It was a little tight. I probably cut it too big, but all in all, fit really well. My sun visors go all the way up now. They used to like kind of hang down like that because this whole thing here was like drooped down and the headliner was falling off and it was hitting me in the head and it was driving me nuts. But yeah, the visors fit up on there real nice now. I think it looks pretty good. I don't know, might be too many different flavors and colors going on in here, but whatever, I'll get used to it. But yeah, that was a pretty simple thing. If you had to build one of these from scratch, it'd kind of be a pain in the butt, as you'd have to figure out all the dimensions and everything. But being that I had the original headliner, it was super easy. You just trace it and yeah, cut it out, glue a new headliner on, it's good to go. But yeah, if you're looking at a new headliner for one of these trucks, I don't know if it's specific to these J trucks or not. I'm sure like older Toyotas and stuff probably use a similar style headliner, but yeah, real simple. You could also use that same board and make these door panels and stuff instead of, like, these ones are aluminum, but I don't see any reason why you couldn't just cut a piece of that out, do the same thing here like I did. I have a video how I made those too. If you're interested, go watch that, or don't, I don't care. I think just about anybody could do this. If you got a razor knife and about $40 for materials to make a decent headliner. If this was helpful to you, it'd be helpful to me if you'd hit that subscribe button.